What's up, guys? My name is Cece and welcome to my channel. Now, yesterday I was looking over YouTube stuff and what's popular, what I should upload, and then I go into my channel to see how I'm doing. And also I see that there's more views than I thought that my Queen for a Day review would have. I was expecting 4 views like my usual videos do, but when I saw I had 52, I was like, okay, that's more than I usually get. And I was like, okay, so I guess I'll make another review. So I'm going to do a review on the newest episode, Painter's Block. And I think this one is actually pretty good. And I watched it, and then I was trying to figure out something else to watch because there's nothing really on the TV that I wanted to watch. So I put it on again, and my mom comes in halfway through the first time I watched it. And I played it again, and my mom's like, "Is this the same episode?" I'm like, "So who cares? It's really good." And so basically, the plot of this one is that Rapunzel is asked to paint a mural for the Seven Kingdoms art museum thing, and so she's trying to come up with ideas, but then she can't do anything. She wants to paint, but she doesn't. And I've had that happen before, not just with painting, but with drawing or other things. So I thought it was something that you could actually relate to. And I thought some of these lines were actually pretty funny. Old Lady Crowley always reminds me of my grandma, because one time I was watching episode either 10 or 11, whatever you go by. If you go by Tangled Before Ever After as the first episode, then it would have been one out of 10 or 11, or out of 10 or 11 if you go by What the Hair, or if you go by Tangled Before Ever After. I usually go by What the Hair. But, anyway, so I was watching Tangled the series, and it was episode 1, Angry Princess, and anytime Old Lady Crowley said a funny line, my grandma would laugh. So every time I see Old Lady Crowley, I always think of my grandma. And so I thought, her lines are funny. I thought the pub thugs things were funny. And, my mom noticed that Miss Sugarbee's first line is actually an Easter egg to The Little Mermaid. But the plot of this, let me get back to that, is basically Rapunzel. I already went over this. So Rapunzel, mural, can't paint, and so she's brainstorming and kind of looking at everyone else in the town wow, these guys are all so many good painters here. And then this woman behind her is says this one line life is full of tough choices, isn't it, dearie? And my mom noticed that Ursula says that, so Easter eggs. And she ends up signing up. Rapunzel ends up signing up for this art class thing with Lance Strongbow, which is Eugene's friend. And then I felt really happy for Cass in this episode. I started getting all warm inside when she hugged her dad, because we've actually never seen her. She and her dad actually have love contact as in family, and not that thing inappropriate stuff. But I mean is oh, I love you, Mom, I'll give you a hug, that. I've never seen that before with Cass, so I was happy about that. But I was also really happy that she finally got a chance to do something like a guard. And so she had signed to go find Feldspar Willipeg, which is a cobbler. And fun fact, he is actually also voiced by Zachary Levi, who plays Eugene as well. So I thought that was pretty cool when I found that out. And so as she's trying to go through and find where he is, or try and find information, she's going to the pub thugs, and there's I thought this was one of my favorite scenes from this episode, because Hookfoot, which is Hookhand's brother, he's why are you calling us ruffians? And then also Shorty goes flying across the room, and he's okay, point taken. And so Cass explains that she's looking for missing people, and usually when bad things go down, bad people know about it. And Hookfoot is okay, first of all, we're not bad people. And then Shorty goes flying across the room again. So I thought that was hilarious. And when she realizes that Ulf, which is the mime pub thug, is missing. And before that, she also figured out that Friedborg, which apparently in the book Rapunzel in the Lost Lagoon, I'm rereading it again because I love the book so much. And So Friedberg is technically her mom's lady in, like Rapunzel's mom's lady in waiting. So Queen Ariana's lady in waiting. Like there's this whole thing like before Rapunzel got her lady in waiting, her mom just had her lady in waiting, just filling her for Rapunzel's lady in waiting until they found Cassandra. And there's whole thing about like how they met. And if you want me to review on the book Rapunzel and the Lost Lagoon, then let me know in the comments and give this video a like. And so she's missing, Ulf is missing, Feldspar is missing, and then Lance, he's trying to make money off of the art he's making in the class, even though he's a terrible artist. And so he ends up going missing. And basically, Xavier, the historian blacksmith guy, like is tied up in like this tent thing, like where the art class was, and Eugene and Cassandra go there because they're trying to figure out more about Miss Sugarbee because Rapunzel was acting like herself. Like she was wearing shoes, she was acting all calm, like oh yeah. And personally, when they showed her like Rapunzel laying down, I thought she looked like a vampire. She reminded me of a vampire for some reason. Anyway, but Xavier says that the Demantis device, which is a huge device that they use to like take the storm out to sea, apparently if they accidentally brought out like one what they called like the disciples of Xantiri, where they would want to free their master, which ended up being apparently I had a hard time hearing it because the music in the episode when she was saying what her real name was. I'm pretty sure it said Sukracha the Eternal. I don't know. I might be wrong with that. If you think I'm wrong with that, or if you actually heard what exactly is, let me know in the comments as well. But I'm pretty sure she said Sukracha the Eternal. I don't know what that means, but most likely something in the Eternal. And like I was so worried because like also she like they're trying to fight them, and then she like freezes Cass and Eugene. Like this kind of like I don't know, like some sort of like holding like possessing thing, but not really possessed. It was like able to control them, kind of like the Force. I don't something kind of like that, but not really. And she said Rapunzel's like, "Don't let them fall," and Sugarbee, I'm just gonna call her that because it's easier to remember, said, "Them falling is up to you. If you finish the painting, because they had to like paint the same picture 5 times, like because there's 5 missing, so they all had to paint it. And once they were all painted, Xantiri would be able to like come back or something like that. It's really confusing if you haven't seen Queen for a day, but basically Rapunzel said difficult choices makes us who we are, because like Sugarbee kept trying to make her think this and that. Like Rapunzel's like, maybe I can use some color, and she's like, don't, because what's the wrong one? What's in the wrong spot? And this whole weird thing. And apparently, like I didn't know how much her like when she took her staff and like this like pouncing thing, like 1, 2, 3. Apparently, I didn't know how much it creeped me out until I was trying to sleep. I was like, I heard like a knock like on the door, something because my dad was coming home or something, and I'm like, she's here. And apparently now I was like, after the episode, I was joking around like I'm okay painting trees, but I'm like, okay, now I'm afraid to paint trees. And really, I didn't mean that because I barely paint at all because I don't really have any paints except like a few colors. But so back to the episode. Rapunzel ends up destroying hers and her painting of the tree, like this huger tree, like this big one, and they end up like getting out like this the forest thing that they're in. So and Cassandra and Eugene are over a cliff because that's where Sugary put them. So they're starting to fall, and I got super worried because we know who's in the short. We know that Eugene's in the short, Rapunzel's in the short, Tangled Ever After, because they're married, and like we know who's in it. But Cass isn't in it, so if they wanted to, they technically could have killed her. So I was worried because Cassandra is my favorite character, and so I was like, when Eugene like caught Cassandra's hand, I'm like, don't you dare let her fall! Don't you dare let her fall! Because I would have been so mad if they let her die. Because I was like, come on, she's like pretty much like coming like a new character that a lot of people like because Eden Espinosa people. And but I was happy that they kept her alive, and I thought they were gonna keep her alive anyway because on Eden Espinosa's Instagram she dropped some hints like, "Will it be more in the future?" and "Stay tuned for this." And I've seen other clips, and I was like, okay, they can't kill her, but if they even tried, I'd be mad. So I was like, okay, good. She's still alive. Everyone's still alive. Everybody is happy. That's good. And this next episode, Not in the Mood, I think that might be pretty decent. Personally, I don't know how good it's gonna be because I haven't seen it. It's not out until this Saturday at 9:30. But for where I am, it's gonna be at 10:30, and in the morning, of course. But basically, what they dropped in the trailer was like something about a reception. Rapunzel has to like keep it happy or something like that. I don't know. You can always watch the trailer on Disney Channel whenever you're on that, or like you can watch Tangled in general on the Disney Now app. I have the app and I love it. And like there's more games and all this stuff, and it's not promoting this video or like things like that. It's not like promoting or whatever the word is. I can't think of it. I'm tired. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to join the CC Squad. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, let me know in the comments down below. And don't forget to let me know if you want me to do a review on Rapunzel and the Lost Lagoon or anything else. And yeah. So I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Bye!